Real fight. Let's fight until the death, till I hear your one last breath. So I was talking to my old coworker from Sequan Casino. He had got promoted. He's like into building stages and is in a band group. He's a guitarist. And we used to work at the dish pit area. He worked at a different restaurant, like a buffet, and I worked at House of Fortune. And he got promoted, got raises, and he wrote a formal leave because he felt like he did not have enough elbow room and space to have say when he got in higher positions, and only the higher raised pays people get to say. I already knew this was going to go on, so I left and I disappeared after pandemic time, and I started working in caregiving. I worked for several companies, got two raises, worked for Home Instead. I used to work for Party Staff for a year and helped Eric out, synth goth, homeless guy from Texas and Michigan, out on Ocean Beach when nobody else wanted to help him out. Everybody treated him like he was a tweaker when he was only smoking cigarettes and he didn't even drink booze. But I furloughed out because I worked full time, got stimulus, had to drive him downtown for weeks to sleep in hotel rooms, like Motel 6, and would drink like Crown Royal in cans and like smoke weed occasionally because it was a lot of work. And it was like constantly on the run in my car. And this coworker didn't even know who Lucifer was. It's the angel of light. It's the first name of Satan. He didn't even know these basic things. But I was telling him that the Hell's Angels run the show in the farmer's market in Ocean Beach. They usually own all of those. They own around. They try to make say with things. And he didn't even know these basic things. But my first boyfriend, Johnny, years ago, I remember it was the height of my like rebellion times. I didn't have any issues with being in like a relationship with him. There was no attacks or vicious things where other guys I did. You have to be like approved of to be with a person like that, or else you're going to get very attacked. But at that time, things were very different. And this guy had friends who were into martial arts and heavy metal. And I remember going to his friend's house and sitting on his lap. He wanted me to sit on his lap. I didn't like that. Sitting on Puppy's lap from his friends. And I remember knowing we were going to break up as soon after he married and got in a serious relationship with another girl, and knowing and looking miserable before it happened. And his friends were like, "You look miserable." Like, I knew we were going to break up, but there was an attachment there that was like a close relationship attachment. I don't know what it was, but because there was some sort of a bond there, we like got tightened up for like those 6 months, and then he suddenly disappeared and married, and I knew something big was going to happen. I felt it coming. I always felt it coming, but with him there was no serious attacks because I was young and 19 in the height of telepathy that there was no way there was going to be a vicious attack of disapproval here. Later on there was disapproval, but then there was any disapprovals. It was different, and that was my first guy when I was like 19. But when I started later on seeing the streets and getting to know different people, there were disapprovals. And I was amazed at this guy, his coworker, never, who's Lucifer. Wow.